Joining me now, Doug Nichols, mayor of Yuma, Arizona. He was invited to the White House today, but said he had a scheduling issue. And so he is joining us. And we appreciate you being here, Mr. Mayor. I know you supported that bipartisan border bill that failed in the Senate. So for the Biden administration that offered major concessions to get that bill, this is where they landed. So let me just ask you, bottom line, do you think this will make a difference or at least be a start for cities like yours?
You know, the bipartisan border bill was a good start, is really what I was supportive of, is the discussion nationally and a lot of great elements. But as far as this action today, I think there will be an impact. I think we'll see some changes. That 2,500 threshold is great because it's half of what the bill had. But more importantly, what this really says is that what the mayors and the community leaders along the border have been saying is that there are things that the administration can do, that the president can do without a congressional change to have a positive impact. We'll see what that actually ends up looking like on the ground. Policies on paper versus how they're enacted in the field can vary, and they vary by different Border Patrol sector. And so we're going to see how that ultimately plays out.
So let me ask you what, for you, looking at what this is the best case scenario, what you're hopeful for that this could accomplish, and if there are other executive actions you'd like to see President Biden take.
Sure. Best case is it does reduce the demand, and the key provision here is that those that cross above the 2,500 are automatically returned, some to Mexico, some to their home countries. And when you start doing that, that's when other people decide not to make the trip because they could be returned. So that's by far the best case that could happen. Some of the probably the mediocre level, what'll happen is it'll fluctuate day to day, and it'll just cause some confusion and maybe actually raise the price of the cartels charge because of the law of supply and demand. So those are kind of what the positives and the negatives there. But the president really should take elements like the asylee process element that was in the border bill and look at a way to implement that, where you put more judges on the border. People are no longer waiting years to get their asylee procedures done. They end up having a little bit higher level of asylee criteria. Those kind of things are elements that would really push back on this wave of people coming through.
Look, there obviously are people who criticize President Biden. They've criticized past presidents as well. They don't think that executive orders is the way to go with immigration reform, that what is really needed and has been needed, frankly, for decades under both Republican and Democratic presidents, Democratic and Republican-controlled members of Congress, has been comprehensive border reform. I noted that back in February, when Kyrsten Sinema was part of putting forward a bill, you and others, business leaders, but also members of local political parties, bipartisan, got together and said, yes, we support this. What were you able to do that Congress doesn't get? Do you have any hope for comprehensive border reform, or do you think Congress is just broken? Well,
you know, at this point, it's not going to happen this year.
For sure.
It's too much of a controversial, very, very detailed topic. This by far isn't really border or immigration reform. This is really border security from an element. Immigration reform, we need to look at, you know, our H-2A provisions. We need to look at all our visitor worker visas. We need to look at our process. When you have 10 years for someone to come into the country who's married to an American citizen, there's a lot of broken things in the process, and we do need to start taking that apart as a country. But that's going to be a multi-session type of discussion. These types of elements, as you mentioned, every administration has done policy changes and executive orders to control what's happening at the border. And that's what we've been calling for along the border for the last 3 years. So it's glad to see it's starting to come, but it's been 3 years and millions of people later that this is finally happening with this administration. Previous administrations all took it in stride and, regardless of party, found ways to manage the border in a very, very strong way.
Douglas Nichols, Mr. Mayor, thank you for coming on the program. We appreciate it.